So we got back from USDC Prime round 2. It's the following Friday. I've been dead sick all week, could not do anything, was barely pushing through work. Very disappointed with the outcome. We did not even get into the competition. Fighting the car all weekend with the new gearing, 390 gear, thought that we were gonna be running third all weekend long. With the sticky tires that we were running, just could not get third to spin. So we had on Saturday an hour long of practice and then another hour long and then the seating bracket. First hour, just kept trying to run third, kept trying to tweak the car, could not get it to spin in third and like do a consistent line. First 30 minutes of the second practice, still kept tweaking the car to run third, could not get it to do it. Halfway through the second practice, decided to switch to second, boom, linked the track, no problem. Got one lap in, added grip, second lap, added grip, because we had taken all the grip out for trying to run third. I am super disappointed with the outcome, but I'm happy to have learned a lot. There's a lot more things on the back end in terms of like a personal thing and like the people around you and like dedicating jobs to other people so that you don't feel so stressed that I learned, which I'm not gonna go into detail with, but I think I'm gonna build a solid team for the next rounds that, you know, they each have their own dedicated thing, that they know how to do different stuff, like adjust the suspension, so that we don't have to worry about it and we can confidently go on track every single time without any doubt. While we wait, because I'm taking the car to Brian, an expert in these stuff, he has a shop behind his house, and he kind of hooks up the whole team no tread and like does all of our cars for us. He's actually building a pro car for his son Darren, 14-year-old drifter. Kid's a maniac behind the wheel. We'll see more of him as time goes on. But he's gonna change out my power steering for me. He's gonna change out the pump. And we got some goodies, which are actually coming in tomorrow. We got a nitrous kit. So round 3 is OSW. We're pushing 460 horsepower, and that really is not a great competitive amount of horsepower to do the OSW oval. It's a very big track. So we went ahead, we got some nitrous, so we'll get the car ripping for round 3. But for now, we're gonna install the rugged radios kit inside of the car. That's what we're gonna do this weekend. And hopefully we'll be able to take the car to Brian next week for him to get all that dialed in and get an alignment, and we'll be heading to round 3. So because of all the communication issues, spoke with Rugged Radios, and they actually said because of all the glass inside of the car, it's a common thing that the reception cannot get out of the car and you need an external antenna. So they sold me on this external antenna, which we'll get installing here in a little bit. Got a couple proper soundproofing headsets from them, and all the bells and whistles for my helmet, the earpieces, the microphones, everything what I think is top of the line. 3 radios, myself, the spotter, and whoever else, you know, is gonna be joining the team for that race, just to be sure that we are dialed in and we have no issues. Another big issue we had was these 2-inch straps. I set them up and the buckle actually ends up going on top of the Hans. I'll show a video here in a minute. So we just gotta push those down. Super fun, totally wanna do this, totally should record this and document this. It's gotta be done, I'll show you guys what I mean. So as you can see, the buckles are right up here, which ultimately we're not even in the groove anymore that's supposed to follow. So it's bad. And I mean, it hits your neck and it's all bulky up here. So we definitely gotta bring them down. I wanna say at least 6 inches so that the buckles are right around this lower portion here. I think 6 to 8 inches would be a good number. So we'll get that done right now.
A few moments later.
That makes a lot more sense. Look at that. Now we're in the U channel with the harness, so much better. I did this one a little higher, this one a little bit lower, just to kind of gauge once the Hans was on. But I think either way, I'm gonna go off the basis of this one, but lower it even more to maybe have the logo like right here, so it's nice and parallel. And these straps right now, they're still touching this, and I'm thinking if I just drop it down 2 inches or so, to have this piece so there's really no interference and we're following a nice smooth line, and then this bulky piece can just be levitating down here. So we'll get that going right now. So as you can see, this trailer has lights. It has some little ones here that are powered off the battery, and then there's some bigger ones right there which are powered when the generator is on. So we'll get that hooked up and test them out, make sure everything works good. There's also lights on the outside here so that when you put your canopy up, you have lights under for when it's nighttime, and if you have the canopy up, then the track lights won't get to you. And there's actually lights outside here also for when you're loading up the car. There's cabinets in here, storage. This is a family trailer. We use it to haul our dirt bikes and stuff, and never cared to use it, but after last time and seeing how we did it with our stuff, I figured it'd be better. I threw all of the shit that we have in the other trailer right here to transport it to my house just to test out. we're gonna start organizing everything. This trailer is like 2 feet longer than my current trailer, and there's all the cabinets and like to put all the GoPro stuff, some food, some waters, and all that good stuff right here on the ledge will be a lot more comfortable than before we literally operated the trailer like this. Everything on the floor, and we kind of just figure stuff out as we go. There's a little toolbox in there also with extra tools on top of the toolbox that I'll be breaking, so we'll have stacked with tools, and this should make things a lot better. So we'll get ready and get everything set up here.
The next day.
Back in the garage, hood off, ready to rip. Things that we need to tend to. Clutch fluid needs to be replaced. Handbrake needs to be bled. Brakes in general need to be bled. Power steering pump, #1 on the list, most important, tackle that today. And then just cleaning up all the tire marks and all that stuff, and we gotta pack for the trip. Packing for the trip is gonna be probably a different video. For now, it's just gonna be cart maintenance and getting up to speed. Also probably doing an oil change, even though we only have 2 events on this oil. We're gonna do another one just in case. Something I didn't go over is the nitrous kit that we got installed. Look at this beauty. Everything brand new. We'll see if we run it in California. I don't think the cars are as crazy over there as the Florida crew. Like we said before, everybody in Florida's got a dog box and a quick change, and all the cars are crazy and like 700 horsepower. If the cars are like that in California, we'll have the nitrous, we can run it. We'll probably empty out whatever's left in our bottles, bring 3 empty bottles, refill them in Vegas, and we'll use them. But for right now, power steering is #1. I think I saw the guys when they were working on it at the track, they were really struggling with the limited amount of room right here. And I think because I have time and we're in a concealed environment, I'm better off just removing the air box, radiator, and all of this just to give me like a ton of room so I don't have to struggle that much. I think I'll gain the work in the long run. It might take a little bit longer, but in terms of like sanity and struggle, this will be a lot easier. Got everything back together. Wheel bearings out. It's a freaking nightmare. There's one bolt that is literally wedged right by this, so you got to take out the whole arm out. Swapping out the studs now to put onto the new one because these are the ARP ones, and we'll put it back in. We're gonna do this real quick. There's no point, and then tonight we'll reconnect the tie rods. I already bled the system. We'll start the car, re-bleed it with the pump on just for safety. Put the tie rods back on, drop her, and we'll take her for her maiden voyage mid-hurricane tomorrow. We gotta pull this thing out before we start working on it, get her cleaned up because we don't want to work on a dirty car. All right, we got her all cleaned up, good enough. Yeah, it's not a detailed job, it's just getting the grime off of it. Still gotta get the track spray, remove some of this stuff right here, but we'll worry about that. That's on the D list of things to do. But something cool, the Super Sport imprinted on the car. Somebody must have put a tire there, or maybe when we were going to round 3 and we brought the car. Change of scenery here. This is between work life and fun life. We're getting ready for the Nova Apple Valley Speedway event, and we're gonna give away a bunch of these 3D printed Nova steering wheel horns. Look at these beauties.